Well, the number of calls has expired, but the member in charge of the bill does have a reply should they desire it. You should call then. Order. Eugenie Sage.
Thank you, and I thank members of the Labour Party and the New Zealand First Party for their very considered and comprehensive contributions to the debate. Thank New Zealand First for outlining the defects of the consultation process in the current Crown Minerals Act, and thank quite incisive speeches by Labour members. Because tonight the National Party has cemented its reputation as the government of environmental destruction. Despite the protestations of the supposed Blue-Greens, this government has done virtually nothing about environmental protection. We've got the Exclusive Economic Zone and Continental Shelf Bill, which members have referred to, yet the defects in that bill are glaringly obvious from the whole raft of submissions which have come in, shredding the bill as it's currently drafted. So instead, we've got this review of the Crown Minerals Act, which is promoting the use of New Zealand lands for mineral development. We've got a government which is bombarding our wild places and natural areas with plans for more resource extraction, more environmental damage, the destruction of whole habitats, and the loss of our children's and great-grandchildren's inheritance. Mr Speaker, I feel sorry for those members of the Blue-Greens who are watching around the country, who have to watch their national MPs embarrass them by their attacks on sound legislation, their attacks on nature. Members who don't even know what's in Schedule 4, the fact that it's restricted to our most special natural areas, national parks, marine reserves, wetlands under Ramsar, some of the Coromandel and some of our wilderness areas. Because, Mr Speaker, we live in a smaller and smaller world, a global community where we depend absolutely and utterly on nature for our economies, for our wealth, for our health, for our very lives. And yet it's this government on the benches opposite which fails to recognise that. We must be much more careful about how we and our human activity impacts on nature, and this bill is an effort to secure proper protection for our most precious natural areas so that they have some kind of future. Because, Mr Speaker, that's what it's all about, whether we devastate and destroy our precious public lands, our marine reserves, to allow often multinational companies such as De Beers, such as Newmont Gold, to enrich their shareholders and to impoverish present and future generations. So tonight, Mr Speaker, we're considering whether to strengthen the legal protection over our greatest natural treasures, our national parks, wilderness areas, forest parks, marine reserves and Ramsar wetlands. And it's these areas which provide us with clean, fresh water, with healthy soils, with flood protection, with food production, with unique biodiversity and with a flourishing tourism industry. It's this environment which drives our economy. So why not protect our greatest natural resources and also our greatest economic resources? The Greens will, Labour will, New Zealand First will. This government will not. This government fails to understand that New Zealand, Aotearoa, is a biodiversity hotspot and that it's one of the world's greatest treasure chests for unusual and fascinating life forms. We've got species that we know and love, the kiwi, the kauri, pauelephanta, the peka, the native bat, the tuna, and all sorts of animals that this government is keen just to see mined. We've got magnificent landscapes, rich forests, a unique marine environment. We want to protect these precious places, and over many generations New Zealanders have fought to have them in national parks and protected lands. Mr Speaker, I commend this bill to the House for the strengthening that it will give to those precious places.
I'll put the question. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Noes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes in favour.
Green Party.
13 votes in favour.
New Zealand First.
8 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
The ayes are 59, the noes are 61. The question is not agreed to. Call on members. Order of the day number 5.
Environment Canterbury, Democracy